going on, everybody? We're about to start here shortly. Ruby, what's going on, mama? How are you? Yes, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. I'm good, Queen. Just another day maintaining. Yes, yes. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in with me. Thank you for Facebook and YouTube as well as Instagram. Instagram, make sure y'all share, like the post. I appreciate y'all. Trying to match your fly. Okay. I just sent out all my links. I'm about to start here shortly, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Know it's Friday night. Hope everybody had a good week. Stop it, girl. You don't never look rough. All right, all right, all right. Mike, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to my Instagram people who came over here. Shout out to those followers that's coming from TikTok. Again, it's at the Woke and Wild Podcast. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. All right, all right, all right. We're about to get started here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Hope everybody had a good week this week. Got to do one more thing. About to just give a little snippet to the followers on TikTok. All right, this is the Woke and Wild Podcast. I'm your host, Sean. Appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that because that means something. And again, I hope everybody had a good week this week. So we normally do this on Fridays. Fridays around 8 o'clock, unless I am off. If I'm off, then I probably try to shoot for 9, give myself a little bit of time, whatever. We like to pour up a drink, chill out, chillax a little bit. And we talk about some real things here. So, if you're interested, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the page. You can either follow my personal page, which is the one you're on now, Sean Bragg, or you can hit me up on my actual podcast page, which is the Woke and Wild Podcast on Facebook. On Instagram is at the Woke and Wild Podcast, and on YouTube is the Woke and Wild Podcast. So appreciate y'all for tapping in. It really means a lot. Real quick, I just want to go over a few things for those who have not been here before or whatever, haven't heard for the announcements over the weeks and stuff. I got a couple new things coming up. So I will be shortly going live on TikTok on probably like my off day. I'll just go over there and I always post that ahead of time to let y'all know if y'all want to follow me on TikTok. TikTok, I could be a little bit more, direct with certain things. I could play more different music or whatever. And we like to do the panel style or whatever, so people could come up and talk about what they have going on, any topics that you want to, or as well, we'll have a couple of topics lined up for the future. I know one of the episodes that I spoke to with one of my co-hosts is we got an episode called Kink Culture. So, that's going to be a good one. So definitely make sure you tap into the TikTok page, which is at the Woke and Wild Podcast. We also have a little meet and greet style episode going on, which is shoot your shot, take a shot. So we're just going to get a few people together, so they can just mingle, mix, and see where that leads us. But yeah, definitely make sure you tune into the pages because we definitely got a lot of stuff in store for you guys. So last week we was discussing pillow talk, and that was that was a big one because it showed how it shaped relationships and how it shaped other things that we have going on in our lives. This week, it's kind of like the same or whatever, almost still doing the relationship type deal or whatever, but just going in a different direction. So anybody who has any comments, make sure you post them in the chat. I can see all of them. Also, make sure that you follow, like the page. I really appreciate that. Give me one moment. I got somebody that's trying to get in. Let me make sure I send them the right invite to the link. Anybody else who would like to come on, speak their mind on the topic tonight, please feel free to let me know. I will actually send it to you so you can come on the podcast. We appreciate you around here. It's a safe place. Give me one moment. Let me just send this to her directly. So she can come up here and we'll get started here. Also, if you're here, please say something in the chat. Say hi, something. Let me know you in here. I appreciate the support. While that's getting taken care of, I'll just go over tonight's episodes. So tonight we will be discussing, let me see. I got all this stuff pulled up here. Tonight's episode is Love in the Era of Options. We got a lot of stuff going on in this world right now. A lot of people say that they're looking for their person. A lot of people out here content with being single or whatever. But we seem to be crossing paths with a lot of people that, aren't on the same time that we are. So let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on and see why that happens and see what we can do to avoid that or move towards, the situations that we want. Definitely go make that happen. Computer or phone? She said that the link is not working. So let me see. Y'all bear with me one moment. I just want to make sure my people can get in. There it go. Okay.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on? That part.
Right.
How are you?
Okay.
Ariel, appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. So I was just going over tonight's topic, but real quick before we get jump back into that, just if you could please just let everybody know who you are and what you got going on.
My name is Kay. I am 35 years old. I have a podcast that I do every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Clock It with Kay. Clock it. And we just talk about warm, inviting things, real life things, things that hit the center core. It's a really very warm environment. So, if you guys have some time on your hands on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys can come and check out my podcast. Again, it's Clock It with Kay. Um, it's just a really nice vibe. So I hope I get to see some of your faces. Hey, Ariel.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Kay does an amazing podcast, especially I feel like it's an uplifting podcast, so if you definitely need those type of vibes and that kind of support, definitely make sure you tap in with Kay on Sundays 7 p.m., excuse me, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is
Yes.
definitely a good vibe. We also have a couple other people. Shout out to Quail. I know Quail's out and about right now, but she does a podcast on Thursdays, and her podcast is normally at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a
I
little
thought
bit
it was
later.
Central because she's an hour.
Well, 11 p.m. for us, but it's
Yeah.
10. Yeah, so 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. But
Mhm.
she definitely does a great podcast as well, and she be talking that real as well. So
Oh,
definitely make
yeah.
sure you follow the Money Team because we got a lot of stuff going on. I just posted Kay's podcast in the chat for anybody who wants to go to her page and look at it. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you follow her. And I'm going to post Quells as well as soon
You
as
know
I
that when
find.
you post it, it does the post twice.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's doing. I seen it. You did it the first time, and then it went back and it did it a second time.
Let me see.
Maybe that's something that the what's call does. I don't know, but
Yeah. Well, they got you twice, so
they
so
got Quail
yeah.
twice too.
Yeah. I just did it twice. Well, it's up there. So anybody who needs it is right there.
I know that's
But
right.
again, just to reiterate what I went over so far, okay, I was just telling them about how I go live on Fridays, 8 p.m. Unless I'm off, it'll be 9 p.m. And I'm also about to start bringing a show to TikTok. So my TikTok show will be a little bit more unfiltered,
Right,
you know,
right,
a little bit more of the wild side of the Woke and Wild podcast or whatever. But we definitely gonna still have a good time over there
right.
talking, talking about the culture and all the stuff that we can't really say on Facebook because Mark be listening. A couple of
Told you,
episodes
Ling
that
Ling ain't giving him that thing. That's what it is. I'm
right,
telling you.
right, and it's not our fault. But definitely, we got a few episodes lined up. Kink culture, we're gonna do that one on TikTok, and I'm thinking about doing it Monday. But I'll post a flyer, let everybody know. And also, we doing a little mingle, the shoot your shot, take a shot podcast over there as well. So I'm definitely getting people together. Anybody
When are
who's
you doing that one?
I haven't set a date yet, but it's probably gonna be like on a weekend, like that I'm
Please
off
do,
or something.
because
Yeah,
yeah, please
I'm
do.
gonna I'm gonna do that one on a weekend that I'm off. So anybody who's single, interested in meeting some cool people or whatever, definitely hit me up. I'll put you on the panel, and we could just do a little mingle, see what's going on. So
We got to put on our good hair now.
yeah, make sure you put on your good one, cause my, you know,
I'm Oliver.
yes. But tonight, the podcast that we're doing tonight, again, it's called Love in the Era of Options. So, like I was saying before, you got in here, Kay. A lot of times we get to the point in our lives where okay, we ready to settle down, we're looking for someone, or you might be at the point where like you've been in relationships and they haven't been working, so you're on your single type time or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with either one of those journeys. But then you seem to come across people who want the exact opposite of what you want. And we're wondering why that happens. So we're going to discuss that tonight, see what we're doing wrong and what we can do better. And, just try to get around the people that we want to surround us or whatever. So,
Hmm.
Nika, what's going on, Mom? I appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, Nika's another one that has a podcast as well. She's about to start hers soon or whatever. I've given her some information. Definitely, Nika, make sure you let us know when you start so we can actually promote. I definitely love promoting other people's stuff. Steel sharp and steel. So make sure you tap in.
Yeah.
Let us know. But yeah, tonight, love in the era of options. So dating in 2025 is not for the weak. There's a lot
No,
of liquids that are unidentified in the dating.
not liquids.
Yeah. So we trying to figure out what in the world is going on, especially when you get into that era where, okay, streets ain't really what I am about no more. I'm trying to settle down, trying to get away from all that extra stuff or whatever. Why I can't find my person, or why is everybody out here playing games, yeah,
Hmm.
etc., etc. Kay, talk to me, man. Tell me what dating's been like for Kay.
Uh, it's definitely been as dry as the Sahara Desert.
Mm.
Um, Too many red flags. Um, we ain't got to go down the road. What's understood ain't got to be explained. But yeah, it's been pretty dry, and the red flags have been giving, and it's just been like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and chill, and probably just trust the process with God and let Him bring Him to me. You know. So
I feel you. I think between the DMs, the dating apps, and three people waiting on your good morning text that never comes or whatever. It's a lot of stuff that's going on or whatever. A lot of people feel like options instead of feeling like priorities, and I feel like that's terrible,
yeah.
especially if when you're looking for someone to just be your person or whatever. So
Mhm.
we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I know me myself personally or whatever. You know, the thought of being with somebody is not terrible. It's
Yeah.
actually, it's wanted, but also not falling for anything and standing for something. That's a big
Yeah.
thing too, or
Yeah.
whatever. Because a lot of people will play you for boo boo the fool or whatever,
And
and
I
they'll
think
continue.
people think that you're supposed to settle, and that's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I feel like the way people come at us shapes how we look at people in the future, the
yeah.
people that come after them, and that's a gift and a curse too. Because on one hand, it makes you use your inner eye to try to weed out the people who's doing wrong by you or just doing the extra stuff. But then on the other hand, it got you thinking that everybody has an ulterior motive and you cussing people out for no reason or whatever. Like, damn, all I said was, hey, I think you're beautiful. Calm down. It ain't that serious. I
Oh,
mean you no harm. But it happens. And sometimes we fall victim to that and we're doing it. And then somebody has to point it out to us and we'd be like, damn, I did do that. That's
mm,
crazy. You might have ran off the love of your life because you had a nasty attitude.
mm,
No-
mm,
And not
mm.
only women do it, men do it too, or whatever. Men get on that vibe where they were like, oh, yeah, she ain't talking about nothing or whatever. She can't be serious, blase, blase. So, again, we try to refrain from that. Well, we need to refrain from that
Yeah.
going forward or whatever. First things first,
Okay.
I feel like we're in a swipe error.
Hmm.
Most dating, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm right. Lil Jazzy, I appreciate you tuning in live from Instagram. Um, yeah, but I feel like most of our dating habits now and most of the people that we find to date is coming directly from social media.
Hmm.
Not too many people are meeting anybody authentic anymore. You have some cases where they will, but in most cases, it's not happening like that. If you're not meeting them on an app, you're meeting them in groups,
Hmm.
Facebook, or you meeting them in Instagram, the DMs or whatever.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, if we just keep it real, it's mostly these guys approaching women.
Yeah.
So, I might jump on the inbox, or if I see you in a group or I see you just, you float by the profile or whatever, and I see something and I like it. Oh, yeah, we're going to shoot you a DM.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. Very rarely do you see women doing that same thing, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is it still breaking up?
No. It
Okay.
was a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay. So again, the object and the issue with that is we have to weed out those people who are actually there for the right reasons and
Absolutely.
the people that aren't. So it's only up to only we can determine that depending on what we like and everything. So
Hmm.
again, that's when you use that inner discernment to say, okay, am I about this or am I not about this?
Yeah.
And if I am about this, how do I move forward?
Yeah.
So with that being said, do you feel you're one of those ones that automatically when somebody approaches you out of the blue, oh oh shit, what the hell he want? Are you one of those? Oh, okay, well let's see what he talk about.
Um, not gonna lie, my antennas do raise because I don't know. It's like why well like what made you potentially out of everybody else you set you came here, you came here in this space. um so I'm kind of I guess I get to asking like, okay, so why are you here? What made you come into my neck of the woods? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And I don't think that I'm wrong about it, because I mean, I've had certain situations where individuals have tried to come into my space because they see that I live comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They see certain things or whatever. Um, or they feel like they see me dress a certain type of way, or she got money, or whatever the case may be, or whatever, and they try to drift their way in there. It's not always about somebody trying to get to know you.
yeah,
It's about the backstage stuff that they see, and they're like, huh, hmm.
yeah. Ariel made a good point. She said, "Why not UK?"
Girl, I don't even know myself. Like I really don't know why.
And listen, I love that because we're speaking to each other like in real talk or whatever. Why not
Yeah,
you? Why somebody can't just see you and be like, okay, I think she's an amazing person. Let me see what
right.
she talk about or whatever. You know, everybody doesn't mean you bad. And again, it's good that you know that you're thinking, okay, let me see what this person's intentions are or whatever. Especially if you're out here looking for something real,
Because I've
nothing
had
wrong.
somebody to do me like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, let me get on the back burner. Let me chill out for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've had somebody to do me like that. You feel what I'm saying? They weren't really trying to initially get to know me, you know? And I caught it before it went too far. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Mm,
sit down and I'm gonna chill.
mm.
So yeah.
Ariel, I know that's right. She said, I know when I look good. Girl, you look good all the time. Stop
I
it. Don't
know
do
that's
that.
right,
Yeah,
Ariel. I
don't
know
do
that's
that.
right.
You know what you be doing
And
playing with
I'm
these
not,
people
and I'm
hearts.
Ariel, I'm not saying that I'm not attractive. I'm not saying that I'm not wanted. I'm not saying that I'm not beautiful. I know that my confidence is top tier. You know what I'm saying? I know that I can bring what I can to the table. You know what I'm saying? I know I have a amazing list of beautiful things that I can bring to the table. Please don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know what my worth is. I know that I'm worthy of it, worthy of love. I'm worthy for somebody to come into my life and make my life better. You know what I'm saying? I know that I deserve it. You feel what I'm saying? I know that I'm worthy of it. But in today's era right now, you ain't getting it. And they're wrapping it up, making it like, "Oh yeah, it's so and so so and so," and it's not.
Listen, I tell people all the time, you know, love is universal. So somebody can love something about you and love it. But when it comes to dating, it doesn't play fair because you can
Yeah.
love something about somebody, but that one thing will turn you off from them, whatever. And most of the times when we thinking about it in our eyes, that makes them a bad person. And it
Yeah.
doesn't. It just means they got a different style than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Ariel said, "No, I don't." And trying to talk to me when I look homeless make me question the type of bums you attracted to. Stop it.
Wow,
Listen,
look, girl, listen.
listen. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. and somebody could see something in you that you may not even see in yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially like if you've known them for a while. Um, I feel terrible when I don't have no haircut. I feel homeless as hell.
He said homeless. I'm
But then
so
when I have somebody give me a compliment or something, I've learned to start accepting those. Like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, because maybe they see something in me that I don't see in myself or whatever, and that make me want to go get fly even more.
right.
So there be times when I'll be sitting there, y'all see me now. There's been times I've been sitting around here looking homeless or whatever. Got this whole convertible top of my head or whatever because I ain't got no
Incredible. Come
haircut
on.
because I've been out here grinding. So yeah, like women, y'all not just the only ones that go through that. Men go through that too. So don't ever feel like it's just y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I feel like also with people coming at you left or right, out of nowhere, still trying to holler at you, whether you feel like you look pretty or not or whatever, that creates decision fatigue. I mean, like, damn, I got all these options out here or whatever, and whether they be options that I want or don't want, it still is a lot, and that makes you kind of like wary of like a lot of people and their intentions. And Ariel said, depends on the dude approaching. Doesn't it always depend on the dude that's approaching? Yeah, it always depends on that, no matter what. So
Right.
I have a I have a statement that I want to make, and I want y'all to tell me if y'all feel like it's true or false.
Okay.
So the statement is: women, no matter if they want them or not, always have multiple options. Men, whether they want to or not, are always looking for multiple options. How do you feel about that?
Sound about right.
Okay.
Sound about
You're
right.
one of the first women that I know that have said that have agreed with that statement. Cause they're like, nah, I ain't got no options. But then when they go back and think about it, whether you want this guy or not or whatever, you still got options.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everybody that comes at you, you want them, but and then
Cause
men,
why is it that I got options, but then when you're trying to pursue me, it's like I'm trying to come down your throat about people you got. You feel what I'm saying? Like options you have. Like it don't make sense.
because I'll tell you why. Immature men from a young age are taught that it's a trophy to have multiple women.
Mm.
This is what society puts in our mind, and we see it from like rather it be from social media or it be from like older uncles and our father figures in our lives or whatever. Oh, that boy got women or whatever. That's he the man or whatever, and it's like
Mhm.
a trophy in their head to feel like, okay, I can talk to multiple women or I got multiple women who like me or whatever. As you get older, though, you realize that that game ain't about nothing. Um,
Mhm.
Again, I'd rather have one solid woman than multiple women that just leeching off you or just want you for the look. Because
Right.
then you end up on these vacations or these so-called vacations or whatever, and she taking pictures of everything except you.
That part. Cause that's crazy.
Ariel. She said men.
Ugh,
She said men sleep with who they can.
not with who they can. Oh my God.
Some men. I ain't gonna put everybody in that same category or
I'm
whatever. I
hollering.
don't know. As I get older, and listen, you're grown when you start turning down situations, especially as a man. If a woman is, pushing herself on you or promoting herself to want to be with you, and you be like, nah, that's just not what I'm in it for, then hey, that's when you mature, you get older or whatever.
Ariel, come on to the stage, love. Come on.
She ain't coming up here.
Come on down, love.
She
Come on, baby.
she trying to stir the pot for the comments.
Come on, Ariel. Come on, boo. We wait for you with a flashlight. We looking for you with a flashlight. Come on.
Yeah, she trying to stir the pot for the comments. But yeah, but it's true though. At some point in your life or whatever, it's always been like that. Men sleep with who they can, and women sleep with who they want to.
She said she driving. Okay.
Yeah, but then a lot of times or whatever, then when these women do sleep with these men, and then they get a bad experience because that's all they getting from them is sex. Now every man ain't ish, and we all dogs and can't trust none of us or whatever. So yeah,
Right.
it's messed up on both sides. I ain't gonna
It
lie,
is.
because there's men out here that just they up here solely for the purpose of that. So, and I get it, but again, just because you fell into that situation, whether it be one time or multiple times, doesn't mean we're all bad, and it
Yeah,
doesn't mean we're all after that same thing like that.
absolutely.
So that's where our discernment comes in, or like when you get older, asking those questions that be like, okay, what are your intentions, or what are we really here for? What are we really doing? And I've come to the point where when as I get older or whatever, if somebody tell me they want something or they tell me they don't want something and it doesn't align with what I got going on, I don't get mad at all.
Hmm.
Actually, I appreciate that more for you being honest because that tells me, okay, so I know how to go about the situation or whatever. And we spoke on that earlier. Like that's not only
Right.
with dating, that's with friendships, situationships, jobs, and everything.
Right.
If somebody tell you who they are, show you what they are or what they doing, then we have to stop having that mentality of, oh, I could change their mind or I could fix it, and just
I
start
try
taking.
to, I guess for me, I try to have a positive outlook on everybody that I meet. I've always been that way.
Hmm.
But my rule is that if you change the way that I feel about you when I first started, it's gonna take me a minute to get back to that place with you because I really had high hopes for you. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, my positive outlook is always gonna be I think they're amazing. I think they're great. I don't think nothing's wrong. I don't give a damn if somebody would have came to me 2 hours after I met you and been like, "Oh, that's a murderer, that's a robber, whatever." Let me. I don't go off of nobody else's perspective about nobody. I want to learn this person on my own so I can get my own clear judgment about this individual. You feel what I'm saying? I've
Absolutely.
always been that way. You feel what I'm saying? So in my book, you are already down as what SpongeBob said, the golden star. You in my book as the golden star. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't nobody come and tell me nothing about you. I'm gonna figure it out and learn it on my own. Now, the minute you change that perspective for me, yes, it's gonna take me a minute to, I guess, get back to cordialism, if I might say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I felt like you were authentic and I brought you in my circle and I thought that you were genuine. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. And the same for me. I would want you to do the same for me. If I came into your circle, I want you to see me as a good person and stuff. And then the minute that you feel like, "Kay, I might need to talk to you about something, hey, XYZ, XYZ." I would want you to do that.
Absolutely. But that, that's easier said than done because
Yeah.
we don't always get a lot of that.
Hmm.
We don't always get a lot of that from the people that we deal with and stuff. And so, like, with culture now, whatever, and with society, the way things is, we have to realize that whether we think about it consciously or not, especially when you popping. We have some friends that are popping in common. I ain't gonna say no names or whatever because we love them. But when you feel like that you the ish and you got options or whatever, and then that next person might be just a DM away, then what is the incentive for you to just try to settle down? Or what is the incentive for you to just be like, okay, I'm gonna chill out or whatever? You can say that you want that, but then when that person comes along and they don't have everything, hey Quail. So when
Just
that
put the
person
sign up. Just put there you go. There you go.
when that person comes along and it might be the person that's actually meant for you, it might be good for you, but then they lack that one thing that you might be looking for or something. Oh no, I got options. Yeah, it's not going down like that. You can't give it to me like that or whatever. So, you know,
Hollering.
that's what causes us to fall back from a lot of people or whatever. Girl, you better quit. But anyway, yeah, that's what causes us to fall back from a lot of people a lot of times in our lives because we feel like, oh yeah, there's better out there. And not saying that you should settle for anything, but if a person is giving you their all, they trying and the vibe is there and you're attracted to them or whatever, now you out here looking for that 100% and 100% don't exist anywhere. I'm sorry. And anybody who think otherwise, I'm telling you, it's not out there. It's a crazy world out here. So you're never gonna find that 100% out here. Anybody who disagrees with me, put it in the comments because I beg to differ. And somebody could be 100% right for you, but just not 100% complete, if that makes sense.
I say sending me those.
So, with that being said, or whatever, what do we do when it comes to that, or whatever?
Oh shit.
What does that lead to? That leads to a lot of people being stuck in situationships or whatever.
Yeah.
that they can't stand.
What
Ariel, you
Ariel
say you
said disagree. I'm screaming.
Ariel, you said disagree. Talk about it then. Tell me why you disagree with that. I don't think there's 100% out there at all. Nobody,
No.
nobody. I feel like nobody is going to ever do 100% of what you want them to do, and you're not going to do 100% every time of what somebody wants you to do. Because if that's the case, you still be in toxic relationships with people from your past that you knew that hey, that was the end of their season with you, but yet still y'all still struggling along, hating each other, looking at each other while y'all sleep or whatever, with discontent in your face. So talk to me. Quail said, until you find yourself what you're looking for, just have fun and learn yourself. Absolutely. You have to know
Yep.
yourself first before you can be in a relationship with anybody. And we spoke on this earlier this week too. A lot of times, a lot of people they feel like they have to be up under somebody at all times because they fear being alone and being by themselves. Ariel, I absolutely agree with you. It's definitely about compromise and effort. Those are two of
Yeah.
my non-negotiables when it comes to relationships. So if you can't compromise with me, then it's not going to work.
Because if you have the mindset that, hey, we're gonna try to get to know each other, boom, y'all got that. That's number one. The communication is already set. Y'all already laying down the law. It's already set in stone. We're gonna get to know each other and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Rule number two, I feel as though in the midst of an argument or a disagreement, this is where people go wrong. Don't get mad and try to go tit for tat. Stick with the communication. Stick with everything that y'all just agreed on phase one. Because I think things shift and go wrong on phase two because emotions are high. You're angry. She's hurt, upset, whatever the case may be, or whatever. So really, ain't nobody mental in the right predicament. Nobody's mental is in the right predicament, and you're just trying to get your lick back.
Absolutely.
So I
Hold
feel like, yeah,
hold that thought about your lick back or whatever because hey, we're going to talk that's the wild segment. We're going to talk about that or whatever. But again,
Lord.
Ariel said something that makes a lot of sense to me. She said what happened in the seasons as we grow in the relationship. Absolutely. And I
Hmm.
want to make it there with that person or whatever so we can grow and, certain things or whatever doesn't bother us no more. We'll be able to.
Ariel, listen, because we there with each other now,
And see,
but we
listen,
trying to grow.
that's
Okay,
that's so dangerous. Ariel said, "Oh, I'm gonna take it to hell." She said, "Stay
Ariel, we
respectful,
trying to grow as women. Come
stay
on.
stay respectful. Or I'm gonna take it to hell."
Let's
Listen,
let's be the delicate flowers that we want to be. What kind of flower you want to be? I want to be an orchid. What do you want to be?
I I can't drink tonight like I want to because I gotta go to work. But I would take a shot to that one because yeah,
Ah,
and I will tell you this: two people that's willing to take it to hell. That's a toxic situation. Ooh, sometimes you can't even deal with that person when they fresh out of something or whatever because they still trying to go back and forth with the other person trying to get their lick back.
yeah, been there, done that. And baby, before you realized it, I had already got my lick back 3 times over. So baby, we good. I'm
Mm,
just sitting on the couch chilling, wait for you to fuck up so I can just sit there and smile in your face rather than be a crash out. Cause baby, you ain't gonna overdo me. I got 5 brothers,
mm.
5. That player book was given to me with no problem.
Poison Ivy is
Poison Ivory. Oh
crazy.
my god.
Mm. Girl, you better
That's a
stop.
plant, not a flower. Oh my
Yeah, you're
god.
supposed to be in your flower era, not your
Delicate
yeah,
flower, Ariel. Delicate flower. Be a sunflower or be a rose.
a daffodil something.
Be a lily. Oh my god. She said poison ivy. Ariel, we're gonna have to talk behind the stage, okay?
Wolf's
We have to
Bane.
talk.
She's Wolf's Bane. It's
I'm
pretty.
screaming.
It's purple. It's pretty, but it's deadly.
I'm screaming. Ariel,
Yeah.
you took me out with that one. You done took me out. I'm gone.
But yeah, two people that's like that toward each other or whatever, that's toxic as hell. We
Yeah.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, it feel good at the time or whatever because this person that played with you
I know that's right,
this
Ariel.
person that played with you to the point that and I've been there. I'm not going to sit here and say I haven't because I've plugged my controller in on many occasions. Matter of
Ooh.
fact, my controller is put up in the bag right now, but I can pull it out whenever it's time to do it. But again, I hate the fact that I have to do that. I don't want to. I don't want anybody to have that type of control over me where I feel like, okay, they made me do this. or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Because the control I worked hard to get this control over myself. So I don't want nobody to push
absolutely,
me out of the character that I want to be into somebody that I used to be. And
absolutely.
yeah, that's when bad things happen.
Because I'm going to respect you. I just say the exact. See, that's what I'm saying. Like if you come in and you on that rah rah time, I'm telling you, I might look like this, but I promise you, I'm a dog at heart. And I don't be
Hmm.
trying to be a dog. But again, I say, and I will reiterate, I got five brothers. The book was literally given to me. I ain't had to pay for that hoe. I ain't had to take no classes on that hoe. Listen, you think you getting your lick back, and I already got mine three times over. I'm just sitting there just smiling, looking cute, sipping on a margarita or something, asking you what you want to eat for dinner, because I'm good over here.
Jesus
How
Christ.
you feeling, boo? What's
I'd
up?
be I'd be scared.
Don't be scared.
Mm-mm. I got McDonald's. I'm good.
No, not McDonald's.
And I don't even eat McDonald's. But yeah, I definitely, yeah, you're right, Ari. I just don't like people to take me there because I am going to respect you. Just ask for the same thing. I just
Ari,
asked for
I
the
feel
same
like
thing.
we need to have a drinking session because we've already discussed it. We're kind of one and the same, so we need a drinking session. Cause yeah,
She said, "I'm gonna give you a warning after that. Oh, we up."
yep,
Mm,
yep. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the story. I'm gonna give you the lineup. After that, whatever you do, just know
that made
it's up and it's
that
up.
made me think about Friday after next. Don't be sorry, ho. Be
Be
careful.
careful. What was your antennas?
Jesus Christ. But anyway, so again, back to the dating and stuff, and meeting people and trying to get to know people and figuring out, hey, what your intentions are with me. That's a lot. So,
Mm,
and it sounds like a lot, but when you're doing it with the right person, it's not really a lot. It's effortless. It should be anyway.
yeah, give you a few minutes so you can hop in, my
Yeah, come
love.
on.
Cause yeah, come on, it's a safe place. Come on.
Yes, hop in. So here's the thing: that talking stage that we go through when we meet new people, is it set in stone that we have to wait like certain? Is there certain amounts of times that we have to wait before we start doing certain things with these people? How
I
do you
feel
feel?
like again communication because if y'all start talking and you're like, okay, well, I like you, but I am still currently seeing people that I'm if we're gonna really take it serious, let me detach from these people and let's give this some time. Let's say 3 weeks from today, we're gonna wipe a clean slate and we should, make sure that both of us ain't got nobody or we ain't talking to nobody, we ain't trying to pursue nobody. Cause I've been in predicaments where somebody has tried to pursue me and it's been I'm just gonna say it like this. Once you tell me that you want interest in me, I will drop any, even if it's a friendly individual, dropped, automatically dropped. If you don't show me the same, I'm not gonna take it as serious as you want me to, because look what you're doing. But here I am over here setting the platform up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it the way that I know I should, because I know what I know what the downfall is. I know what the downfall is on my end. Straight dog. So I would really just, yeah, it's about the
Right.
communication. It still starts with the communication on how y'all want to do it.
Quell said it goes off how you feel, and I agree to an extent. Yeah, it's how you feeling with that person. So both of these comments are true. It goes off of how you feel, and then there needs to be
Ariel.
a transparent conversation happening.
Yes.
Absolutely, because when you start feeling some kind of way about somebody or whatever, and the things they doing, sitting there with your mouth closed until it fester up inside of you, and then you just pop off at them. That's not the way to do it, because you'll
Mm,
run that person off. Or whatever. I tell people all the time, conversations are meant to be had, and we have to get to the point where as soon as something starts to bother you, say something about it. Don't let that stuff hold. Don't hold that stuff in and let it fester up into you. And then one day he just does that or she just does it, and then you just blow up at them.
mhm.
And now they sit here looking at you like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell just happened or whatever? I've been doing this the whole time, and why are you just now saying something?" So I feel like a lot of situations can be handled if we just talk about it and nip them in the bud right then and there. That
Yeah.
goes back to the, everybody's not going to do everything that you want them to do. So like that's when communication needs to be had. You're not a mind reader, not that I know of, Kay.
No.
I'm not a mind reader. So if I do something that bothers you, let me know.
Yeah.
And if you do something that bothers me, I'm going to let you know too.
Absolutely.
Because again, especially if we supposed to be trying to work towards something. Because if not, then we just sit here playing games. And then when that person starts to fall back from you and they doing other stuff, then you feel like you're on America's Next Top Sneaky Link because this person is,
America's Top Sneaky Link is
yeah.
crazy.
Because then you dealing with this person and they didn't went off. Okay, I can't take this person serious, and they dealing with other people, but they still got you around because they don't want to hurt your feelings, and they too scared to say something. Okay,
Hmm.
if it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not, it's not.
Hmm.
So yeah, communication is key. Absolutely, Quell. Yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to make sure that you good all the time or whatever. That every time I turn around, you out and about, and I see you dealing with somebody else. It doesn't
Hmm.
work like that. Everybody has certain things that push them to a limit, and it's up to you to decide what yours are and what's your breaking point. So,
Yeah.
because you never want to get there unknowingly. You
Yeah.
don't want to just have this person do something and then all of a sudden that's your breaking point or whatever because it led up to something like that. That
Hmm.
doesn't just happen. Even if somebody does something for the first time and you don't like it, okay, you're supposed to say something.
Hmm.
Yeah, because most of the times when we go off on people, it's after things done built up and they done several different things that we don't like, and now we're coming off and we're angry, we're upset, and it's coming off wrong.
It
I've
is absolutely.
yeah,
So.
I've had to have that conversation with somebody before too, or whatever. I fell back for a little bit. Then they was like, "Oh, well, what's going on? I ain't heard from you, whatever." I said, "Can I be honest with you?" And we had a conversation, and for that, we were better people or whatever. Because then we realized, okay, Sean don't like it when you do this or whatever. I'm cool with everything. Just don't lie to me. Don't tell me, and it's not even that. Don't tell me you're gonna do something and then you don't do it, and then don't communicate why it wasn't done or what happened or why you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me. So if you feel like that's gonna happen, just let me know. I'm one of the most understanding people in the world. But
Hmm.
when you just no call, no show or whatever, okay, we moving like that, you ain't gotta worry about me no more because I'm gonna be off on my business. And then
Hmm.
you wonder, damn, I don't get no invites no more, or whatever, to the crib, whatever, kickbacks or whatever. You be over there chilling, you ain't told me nothing. You used to hit me up about them or whatever. I said, well, we've had this conversation and I told you, hey, I don't like this, and you continue to do it, then that's on you. It's nothing that I lost, and that way it keeps me from going off on you, making me look crazy, making you look crazy, and it's a lot smoother process. Quail said, "I hate that. Don't tell me you're gonna do something and don't." Yeah, I cannot stand it. And again, I'm understanding. I know things happen sometimes. I know sometimes things happen out of your control and you can't help it. Okay, cool. Just tell me. If you tell me, I know how to handle it. I know not to get mad, or I know that hey, look, situations happen too. And even with that, if something happens every time you say you're gonna do something, then that's a problem too. We need to see what's going on with that too, or whatever. But that's a different conversation as opposed to you just like no call, no show, or whatever. So let me ask you a question, Kay, and to anybody that's listening: how do you handle when somebody is treating you like an option as opposed to, you know, the main?
It once you treat me like that and I see it, I completely fall back. It ain't even no reason why we gotta talk. Cause it ain't no reason why you told me you were interested in me. And then I'm getting a second feeling, and it's actually what it is. Like I said, I've been in this predicament a couple of times. I've learned instead of trying to be a crash out, just gonna fall back. It's okay. It's cool.
Now let me ask.
That's my signal. That person was not for you. That's not your season. That's not your timing with that person. Don't even get upset about it. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, Avery, what's going on, Mama? Avery said, "Let them know and part yourself if need be." Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I try not to just ghost people or whatever because I know how it feels to be ghosted. But I try to have a conversation with them. And then if they ask, I tell them because I'm just ignorant like that or whatever. I said, well, I told you I didn't like this, and instead of you, but instead of you listening to that and heeding that, you rather keep doing it the same way you was doing it. So
Yeah.
there's nothing for us to really talk about now.
Yeah.
Ariel be choosing violence. She said, I just give them what they want. I'll just become an option. See, I know what that means when a woman say that or whatever, because she start moving around.
I'm telling you. Moving like NASCAR shit.
Avery said also, but if you're interested, act like it. I get
That
it.
part.
But
That
you
part.
know what? I will say this too or whatever. A lot of times, and this is something that we have to work on as people can be interested in us, and then the things that we do, unknowns to us, will turn that person all the way off if that person doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
So that plays a part on both ends. You know, that could be from both sides or whatever. If they doing if they doing something, tell them. And if you don't tell them, then that's why they coming at you like, damn, what happened? I thought we were good and everything.
Ariel, like,
So
you know what? I'm finna knock all this shit over. She said, baby, because I
yeah,
ain't got the fucking time.
listen, Ariel, you got to make time, especially if that person is important to you. I'm not
Ariel
saying
said,
that
I ain't got to do a
I'm
jack
not
shit.
saying that it has to be in every little situation, but with important stuff, yeah, you got to let them know
Hold
because
on, Sean. I'm
then
finna go get my order. Hold on.
okay, yeah, you definitely got to let them know because yeah, you don't want to be doing that. I mean, you can do that,
Good.
but again, that puts us in the situations that we be in now, where we're constantly going on first dates with somebody, trying to learn people's favorite colors.
I'm screaming, screaming.
She said, "If you're treating me like an option, then obviously you got options."
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Nobody wants to be an option with that person that they don't want to be an option with. Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody, buddy.
She says, "So I'm going to let you fire yourself." Okay.
Yeah. Application null and void.
So my next question is this: what's the craziest way somebody treated y'all like an option?
You start first, Sean.
Mm. I had planned something for a lady friend of mine, and we was chilling or whatever, and she stood me up, told me she was on the way, and then stood me up, no call, no show. And I'm cool because we wasn't like together, but birthdays are important to me. So especially when you tell me you're not doing nothing for your birthday, it'd be
Mhm.
different if you told me you had plans. Okay, cool. But if you tell me you ain't had no plans, and I tell you, well, I'm gonna do something for you, okay, cool. But to stand me up and then I see you out and about with somebody else, that's diabolical. I don't even get mad or whatever. I just like y'all do. I cut off. Like, and I don't talk bad to them. I don't talk mean to them or whatever. But like when they see me out and about, damn, you didn't give me no invite. What's up? Oh yeah, I'm busy. So yeah, that was my thing. Cause like I said, my thing is, hey, don't tell me you coming through, or don't tell me we about to go do this, and then you no call, no show. That's a real big pet peeve of mine.
Oh yeah. Mm-mm.
Quail said, "No one, no, you treat me like an option, I'll treat you like a choice." The fuck?
Yeah.
Ariel said, "I can't make." Hold on, let me see. She said, "I can't make you want me, and I'm not fighting to be first. I'm no one second." I know that's right.
I know that's right.
Avery said, "Laugh out loud."
Should have ran her over. Oh my god. Ariel.
Nah, because then I'll be that angry black man. I'll be in jail, and then I wouldn't be able to talk to y'all no more. So yeah, I can't run her over.
Mm-mm. Why is these folks knocking at? Wait a minute.
But yeah, nobody wants to feel like an option. So, but I will say this: if you start to feel like an option, let that person know, and it's up to them how they choose to move from there. But Avery, Ariel, let me know, when did somebody make y'all feel like an option? Because a lot of people out here doing, a lot of people out here moving like that. Y'all, I'm just joking, kinda. You know, you ain't joking. We know it's okay though. It's a safe place here. But when does somebody make you feel like an option?
You still talking to Ariel Avery?
I was talking to anybody. Quell said they start being delivered. Hold on, what she say? They start being delivered when the mind gets clouded. Now you love two bitches on accident. Nigga, what?
Oh my god.
Avery said minimal interaction. Obviously, your attention is somewhere else, especially when I'm doing the work. Ooh. Ariel said every relationship I had. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
Quell said delusional. They started being delusional. Okay, they started being delusional when the mind gets clouded. Now you love two bitches on accident. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. So between the stand up and then like when I was married, which is something that I had to deal with, start felt like an option as opposed to church. I was the option and church came first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
yeah. And God told me that I'm supposed to do this, using God like that. That's when I knew it was time to go.
Oh yeah.
Because God don't work like that. I'm not the safest person in the world, but I do know a little bit about the Bible. And I know God don't work like that. So
Right.
Avery said that bare minimum is wild. Yes, indeed it is, or whatever. But again, let me say this too. So with the situations that y'all been in that y'all felt like y'all were an option, did y'all let it be known that y'all felt that way?
Like I said, I fell back. I just didn't feel like there was a conversation to be had because you had already made your choice. You feel what I'm saying? And you decided to make me feel that way. So I just was like, okay, well, it's time for me to fall back. You feel what I'm saying? Because you've made your choice. And there's really, after that, I ain't really trying to talk. There's no conversation after that, really, for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, hey,
Ariel
I've
said
been,
God. Ariel said God comes first, but the church is after your family. Yeah, absolutely. Quail said as soon as I start feeling like an option, I cut that motherfucker off. And Avery said, "Well, the conversation is need to get clarity." Absolutely.
the clarity was already there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just ain't finna talk.
It's it's not always cut in stone like that.
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. But I mean, you made the choice to make me feel like that, and you felt like, oh, you can move the way that you move. But then here I am, feeling like I done something wrong when really you just didn't want to. You didn't want me from the jump.
So I'm not saying this is your situation, but maybe in some situation that person did want you. Not saying your situation. I'm just using you as an example. So maybe sometimes there'll be a situation where the person wants you, but they feel like they're not wanted as well.
Hmm.
Or sometimes something that you've done instead of them having a conversation. Because some people, well, all of us, I'm gonna say all of us because it's not just some people. At some point in our lives, we are relationship immature. Because you have to think about it. We're in this world fending for ourselves, and then just to bring somebody else into our circle,
Yeah.
then you don't know how to respond to that sometimes. And when somebody starts moving the wrong way, then you don't know how to communicate that it makes you feel a certain kind of way without sounding crazy to yourself, because it sounds crazy when you go over it in your head. And that right there is the key to a lot of relationships ending. People don't know how to communicate with each other or communicate their feelings. That's why it's good to know yourself completely before you even begin to even try to bring somebody else into your life.
Right. You're right. You're right.
And that's a good one. Avery said, but some people have been single for so long that they don't understand the difference initially. Absolutely. One of the things I did when I first got out of my marriage was I was dating and still trying to be the bigger person in my eyes and communicate. So I started off the right way. If something bothered me, I communicated. But as soon as I felt like an argument was about to come up and it couldn't be stopped, then I cut them off initially because hell, if I want to go and argue with somebody, I go back to my ex-wife and argue. I'm not arguing
Right,
with no new
right.
woman. So I felt that way for a long time or whatever, and I just cut people off. And because of that or whatever, because I hadn't completely healed from those situations before I started dating, I lost out probably on one, maybe two good women because I feel like a conversation just needed to be had. But it's cool because we're friends and we speak on it, we've spoken on it, and we've moved on or whatever. We're both happy. But again, a lot of times conversation can fix everything,
Oh
especially
yeah.
if it's the right conversation.
Yeah.
Ariel says sometimes you start off liking someone, but a lot of times we don't take the time to know people. Sex clouds your judgment. Absolutely. And because you have given yourself to someone, you feel like you have to stay and see if it could work, if you could work around things that you don't like and will never like. That's deep, but it's absolutely true or whatever.
Yep.
Just because they do that thing where they put your leg behind your head or whatever,
I'm
and
sure.
the waterfalls start, and you feel like you can sleep like a baby. That doesn't give them the right to do things to make you feel like less than or feel like an option.
I'm home.
Because what you're not going to do is play with my heart.
Mm-mm. Crazy work.
Absolutely. We also fall for the potential that they showed us who they were.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ain't told no lies there, sis.
I've fallen for a lot of potential in my day.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's some ain't shit ass niggas.
Hmm. And some ain't shit ass trumpets.
That's right. We call them skeezers.
Yeah, scallywags, buckets,
Uh,
harlots,
what is a
Jezebels,
harlot?
Jezebels. All right, all right, all right. So just moving on real quick to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Every week we try to do this, the wild style. Got some questions with the Q&A. So it's time for the wild side. You wanted me to do this week, Kay, so I got you. So the question for this week is, if you know that your partner is entertaining other people where y'all are in an open relationship, but y'all really, like each other, or you really like this person, and you know that they kind of really like you, but they're still entertaining other people. Which before I even finish this question, I already know Ariel's answer or whatever, but I'm gonna finish it anyway. But if you're entertaining somebody and they like other people and you dating other people because y'all haven't made it, official yet, how do you handle that? Do you try to out freak the competition, or do you just, move on?
Goes back to earlier. Y'all got to set that tone with that communication. That's where it needs something to that stature needs big, big, big clarity communication. I'm talking about 2020 vision communication because ain't no reason for you to get upset. Ain't no reason for him to get upset. Y'all ain't even set the boundaries.
Well, but a lot of times, or whatever, that communication has been had or whatever. If you tell somebody, "Hey, I'm just out here and I'm looking for a good time," blase, blase, cool. But then when he start thumping the head, both of them, feelings get involved. Or when
But
she
see,
start going,
if okay, so if y'all had an agreement, we just gonna do an open relationship, but we're still gonna come back to each other. Like there still needs to be rules and boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Cause then later on down the line, it's 6 months in. Oh, I done got some chick pregnant, or I done caught a disease or some shit. I mean, it could be anything.
My Lord.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Ariel, you know I know your answer. Hold on, I'm about to put on my Ariel voice.
Uh,
I'm nobody's second option. I'm the star of the show.
that is Ariel. That is funny.
Avery said open is different from just talking to whoever though. Is it though? Is an open relationship
That's
different
it.
from
See,
talking to whoever?
Ariel said the same thing I said. Boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got to be boundaries. If y'all know y'all not willing to give up on what y'all got, but the relationship has been a little frustrating and stuff, and y'all just want to go out and you know what I'm saying, y'all got to have that boundaries. Y'all got to have those boundaries set up and their communication and stuff like that. If that's what you into, you feel what I'm saying? For me, it's a hell no. I ain't doing no open shit. No, nigga, you locked in with me. You locked in with me. We ain't doing Sarah, Jessica, and Bethany. We ain't doing none of that bullshit. So no.
Yeah, I feel like that. If a person starts off that way, you need to immediately say when you're not with that, because
Yeah,
some people just don't know. They let it go on until their feelings get involved, and now they hurt because it seems like you spending more time with the other person. Or if you got something completely going on, and then that person start having something completely going on, and you used to them just being there at your beck and call, then who's at fault for that?
both of y'all.
Mm. Avery said because one is a relationship and the other is prior. Open is when you've it's been established and the convo has been had. And Ariel said Avery is right. And then she said, if we are in an open relationship, you're my boyfriend, and you see other people from time to time. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that. Yeah, but my thing is this: if you come into the relationship saying that, hey, look, I'm just trying to have a good time, and you're free to date whoever, and that person is doing what they said, dating whoever because you're dating whoever, but you feel like, hey, I'm really starting to like this person, and I'm starting to develop feelings for them. Is that person wrong for that? Especially when no conversation has been had since then.
See,
Ariel said talking is getting found out which one you like the most.
mhm, yeah,
I will say this too now, and I hope y'all can accept this, but to whoever this applies to. But sometimes we'll say things one way because we feel like, oh yeah, I'm big and bad and I can do that or whatever, and it's not going to affect me, and it affects you.
mm,
You want to be in an open relationship, and you are. Let me stop saying that. Let me stop saying open relationship. You meet somebody, you like the vibe or whatever, but you just don't want to be tied down with a title. And when you tell that person that, and they say, okay, cool, and then they start living their life, like you said, you wanted me to be an option, then I'm gonna be an option. I believe you said that, Ariel. And so when you realize that you're not that first option, that's when you start feeling some kind of way.
mhm.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a difference between the two. Yeah. Now, if we in a relationship, okay, that's one thing. Hell, we in a relationship, we gonna get them hold together. But if you just sit here, we're just dating because you told me you didn't want no title or whatever, then you can be mad that that person is, got options, but also a conversation needs to be had because I'm just doing what you said that we were going to
Right.
do.
Live
Ariel said, cut them off.
it.
Absolutely. Especially when you feel like your feelings get involved. If y'all have a conversation and y'all ain't trying to change it or whatever, then yeah, it's best to cut that off or whatever because you need something healthier for you. I agree. But again, a conversation needs to be had,
Yep.
especially when we came into this thing thinking one way and it's starting off another way.
Hmm.
What you eating, Kay?
Oh, some cookies.
I hear it all in your throat.
Not throat. I didn't know I had one of those.
Yeah, you do.
I thought I had Gok Gok 90,000.
Okay,
Oh,
that
and
too.
I'm screaming.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely conversations need to be had. She said, if I tell you I don't want nothing serious and you do, then you're not for me, and I'm not going to string you along. Because if I do, I have to be accountable for when your feelings get hurt, knowing you were serious and I wasn't. Absolutely. But if y'all both come into the situation not wanting anything serious, there's a movie. There's a movie with what's his name? There is a movie with these two people, famous actors. So it's not like no cheap movie. But the dude from Two and a Half Men, not Charlie Sheen, but the one that took over, the one that took over for Charlie Sheen, it's him and his girl, and they're both doctors. And she tells him that she doesn't want anything serious. They just fucking. And he said, okay, cool. But even though she gave him that or whatever, and they started, messing around, she starts to catch feelings because he's very sweet. He's a nice guy. Ashton Kutcher, yeah, Ashton Kutcher. So they start to mess around, and she start catching feelings because he's very considerate. He's very sweet and stuff. But she still tells him, "Hey, look, yeah, I just don't want a relationship." So he said, "Okay," and then he starts taking her for her word, and then she gets mad because he's not available for when she needs him. And so again, he did nothing wrong, but now because her feelings have changed about what she wants, now she's made him out to be a bad guy when all it had to be was a conversation needed. Friends with benefits. That's what it is, Ariel. Yeah, that's a good movie. But yeah, so then the situation needed to be changed. There's another movie like that too with
With
Justin
Mila
Timberlake.
Kunis and
Yeah,
yeah.
Justin Timberlake. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. What is the name of I can't think of it right now, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah. The one with Ashton Kutcher and then the one with Justin and Mina.
Hmm.
So yeah. So situations like that happen. Ariel
Yeah,
said women.
absolutely.
Ariel said women. Laugh out loud. Right?
Mm,
The nerve.
the audacity.
Yes. So again, I feel like that. Hey, look, when you get caught up in situations like that, conversations need to be had. In my Ti voice, expeditiously.
Expeditiously.
Yeah, because if not, that's when somebody end up getting hurt or whatever.
Hmm. And then one of y'all on Snap.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's the woman.
I told you about that lady that barbecued her husband. She barbecued the fuck out that nigga. Went to Home Depot, bought all the homemade products, went to a remote area and barbecued his ass. First, she stabbed him, left him in the closet, then took him to the remote area and barbecued him.
Diabolical. At least put me somewhere where somebody can find me. Damn.
Yeah, there was nobody. She almost got away with it, but she told two people and fucked up. I ain't finna tell my ex boyfriend a motherfucking thing. I
Mm-hmm.
don't give a damn how good friends we is after our relationship. I ain't telling. You see, she fucked up. She
Mm-hmm.
almost got away with it. No substantial, no evidence. They ain't have nobody, so they couldn't say that she did anything. She went running her damn mouth. The neighbor and the ex boyfriend snitched on her. I said, "You dumb bitch."
Ariel said women are emotional, and Avery said men are just as emotional. But I feel like the if we did a pie graph, it's more women than men.
Mm. Yeah, she's stupid, Ariel.
Yeah, she damn sure is, because ain't no way. First
Running
of
that
all,
mouth, baby. Running that mouth. I wouldn't have told that nigga nothing.
yeah. Now look at you in the jail for the rest of your life.
Baby getting fed goat food.
Shit. Avery, I beg to differ. If we did a pie chart right now about the percentage of men that are emotional as opposed to the percentage of women that are emotional, I feel like women will be higher.
Mm. Cause that's diabolical.
Men lie, women lie.
They all gotta say it first.
Hmm.
What you want, but
But the the situation at hand now is we just have to find the people that like what we like, and again, have conversations with them. Again, especially if it's somebody that trying to be on the type time you are or whatever. I guarantee that a lot of times the conversation can stop a lot of the confusion, stop a lot of the headache, stop a lot of the heartache, also stop a lot of people from crashing out, and then Snap wouldn't have too many more people to talk about. I mean, there'll still be some, but not as many.
especially the crash out part. Especially if you're mature mentally, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can
Yeah.
have that conversation and
Again.
then gotta be no fuckery or nothing going on. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. So just depends on the person.
Hmm.
Depends on the person.
Well, just real quick, I just want to let y'all know again what we got coming up. Still doing the show next week, Friday. I'm off. I got to work next Friday, but I'm off that weekend. So I think next Saturday, I was going to do it Monday, but next Saturday, I'll probably do my first live on TikTok for the Woke Wild podcast. So if you have not followed me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. It's going to be a crazy one. Music, drinks. We're going to have a good time. Make sure y'all tune in. It's at the Woke Wild podcast. If you're on my Instagram, I have a link tree where you can follow me to all of my pages, or you could just hit my Woke Wild podcast page up on Facebook. I have all the links there as well. Thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. Really appreciate y'all. Again, y'all could be anywhere in the world and you're here with me. Make sure that you tune in Sunday for K, Clock It with K, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. K, what's your topic this week?
Hold on, let me tell you. Let me find it real quick for
I'll be the
you.
same way. I'll be having so much stuff lined up that I want to talk
Man, I
about.
be thinking about so much. So the topic is choosing happiness, creating joy in every season.
That's going to be dope. That's going to be a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's K, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook. Clocker with K. Next week, I have not decided on what I want to do for Facebook yet, but I will keep you updated. I'll probably drop the flyer on Monday and the group invite with the link and everything. But if you can, please, 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 please make sure you follow me on TikTok. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well as YouTube. Even with my YouTube page, if you don't tune in, just like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's free to support. And if you got anything going on as well, definitely let me know. I can definitely support as well.
Thank you,
Uh,
Ariel.
yes, thank you so much, Ariel. Ariel, I still got to get you up here for a podcast again. We just got to get
Yes,
right with your
please.
schedule because,
Please
yeah,
do.
she owed me one, y'all. So we
Cause you the
definitely gonna
gift that
get
keep on giving, sis.
right. We're gonna get right. We gotta get you a bottle and get you right because I know you got some things to say.
All right, baby.
Avery,
Right.
you as well. You need to come up here. We talk about some things. You got a lot of insight, and definitely would love to have that up here.
Okay, give
Especially,
give Shaquana a shout out. She wasn't here tonight.
oh yeah, shout out to Saquana. Saquana's aunt birthday is today, so happy birthday, auntie.
Happy
She is out.
birthday.
Yeah, she's out and about doing that, but she definitely try to be back up here soon, y'all.
We miss you
So
tonight, Shaquana.
yes, so Quell's podcast is Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Mhm.
So I'll post it. I posted her link in here as well. Make sure y'all follow her and support because the money team, man, we definitely got some stuff coming on, and I appreciate you ladies so much. Um, Again, with the two podcasts I got coming up for TikTok, the first one is going to be King Culture. I'm going to get that one out the way because there's definitely some things we're going to discuss, and I'm going to do the Shoot Your Shot. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do the Shoot Your Shot, take a shot podcast up there as well, And I got those flyers. I'll just let y'all know when they coming. But yeah, just make sure y'all stay tuned in, man. I really appreciate y'all. But thank y'all so much for tuning in with me, rocking with me. This is the Woke and Wild podcast. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you up here next week. And in between time and in the meantime, make sure y'all having conversations with people. Stop crashing out because that ain't cool. It's not. We gotta stop. And everybody don't mean us no harm, man. But appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.